I think love opens the space. It opens the way for you to create healing for yourself.
Let's talk about relationships, romance. Personal relationships always seem to be the first priority for many of us. Perhaps you are always searching for love. Hunting for love doesn't always bring the right partner, because the reasons for wanting love are unclear. We think, oh, if I only had someone who loved me, my life would be so much better. But that's not the way it works. There is a big difference between the need for love and being needy for love. When you are needy for love, it simply means that you are missing love and approval from the most important person you know, yourself. You may become involved in relationships that are codependent and ineffectual for both partners. You can never create love in your life by talking or thinking about being lonely. Feeling lonely and needy just pushes people away. You cannot heal a relationship in your life by talking or thinking about how awful it is now. This only puts the attention on the problem, not the solution. You want to turn your thoughts away from the problem and create new thoughts that will produce a solution. Arguing for your limitations is just resistance, and resistance is only a delay tactic. It's another way of saying, I'm not good enough to have what I'm asking for. The first relationship to improve is the one you have with yourself. When you are happy with yourself, then all your other relationships improve too. A happy person is very attractive to others. If you are looking for more love, then you need to love yourself more. This means no criticism, no complaining, no blaming, no whining, and no choosing to feel lonely. It means being very content with yourself in the present moment and choosing to think thoughts that make you feel good now. There is no one way to experience love, for we all experience love in different ways. For some of us to really experience love, we need to feel love through being hugged and touched. For others to really feel loved, we need to hear the words, I love you. For others, we need to see a demonstration of love, like a gift of flowers. Our preferred way of experiencing love is often the way we feel most comfortable demonstrating love. I suggest that you work on loving yourself non-stop. Demonstrate to yourself the growing love that you have for yourself. Treat yourself to romance and love. Show yourself how special you are. Pamper yourself. Buy yourself flowers. Surround yourself with colors, textures, and scents that please you. Life always mirrors back to us the feelings we have inside. As you grow in an inner sense of love and romance, the right person to share your growing sense of intimacy will be attracted to you like a magnet. If you want to go from loneliness thinking to fulfillment thinking, then you need to think in terms of creating a loving mental atmosphere within you and around you. Do let all those negative thoughts about love and romance just fade away and fill your mind with thoughts of love. Think of sharing love and approval and acceptance with everyone you meet. When you are able to contribute to the fulfillment of your own needs, then you will not be so needy, so codependent. It has to do with how much you love yourself. When you truly love who you are, you stay centered, calm, and secure, and your relationships at home as well as at work are wonderful. The relationships in your life. The most important relationship of all. The most lasting relationship I will ever have is the relationship I have with myself. All other relationships come and go. Even marriages that last until death do us part end eventually. The one person I am with forever is me. My relationship with me is eternal. So what is this relationship like? Do I wake up in the morning glad to find myself here? Am I a person I like to be with? Do I enjoy my own thoughts? Do I laugh with myself? Do I love my body? Am I content being with me? If I don't have a good relationship with myself, how can I have a good one with someone else? If I don't love myself, I will always be looking for someone to complete me, to make me happy, to fulfill my dreams. Attracting healthy relationships. Being needy is the best way to attract an unsuccessful relationship. As author Wayne Dyer says, in any relationship in which two people become one, the end result is two half people. You see, if you expect the other person to fix your life or to be your better half, you are setting yourself up for failure. You want to really be happy with who you are before you enter a relationship. You want to be happy enough so that you don't even need a relationship to be happy. Also, if you have a relationship with someone who does not love himself or herself, then it is impossible to really please that person. You will never be good enough for someone who is insecure, frustrated, jealous, self-loathing, or resentful. Too often we knock ourselves out trying to be good enough for partners who don't have any idea how to accept our love because they don't love who they are. Life is a mirror. What we attract always mirrors those qualities we have or beliefs we have about ourselves and relationships. What others feel about us is their own limited perspective of life. We must learn that life has always loved us unconditionally. Jealous people are very insecure. They don't value themselves. They have no faith in their self-worth. Jealousy is really saying, I'm not good enough, I'm not worth loving, so I know my partner is going to cheat me or leave me for someone else. This creates anger and blame. If you stay with a jealous person, then you are saying that you don't deserve a loving relationship. It's often the same thing with spousal abusers. They either grow up in a family where abuse was normal and they just continue the family pattern, or they blame the world and their partners for their own lack of self-worth. Abusers will never stop the abuse pattern unless they undergo therapy. Abusers almost always have a parent they have deep resentment towards. Forgiveness is a vital issue for them. They must understand their patterns and be willing to change. Affirm the love for yourself. Perhaps you have a very difficult time setting limits, and people tend to take advantage of you. You may be sending out a message that says, I do not value and respect myself. It's okay to abuse me and take advantage of me. But this does not have to be true for you any longer. Begin today to affirm your love and your respect for yourself. Look into a mirror frequently and tell yourself, I love you. As simple as this sounds, it's a very powerful healing affirmation. As you grow in self-love, your relationships will begin to reflect this love and respect as well. We all need to be very clear that the love in our lives begins with us. So often we look for Mr. Right to solve all our problems in the form of our fathers, our boyfriends, our husbands. Now it is time to be Miss Right for ourselves. And how do we do that? We begin by honestly looking at our flaws, not looking at what's wrong with us, but to see the barriers that we have put up that keeps us from being all that we can be. And without self-bashing, we can eliminate these barriers and make changes. And then we develop a few guidelines. Stop all criticism. It is a useless act. It never accomplishes anything positive. Don't criticize yourself. Lift that burden right now. Don't criticize others either, as the faults we usually find in others are merely projections of things we don't like in ourselves. Thinking negatively about another person is one of the greatest causes of limitation in your own life. Only we judge ourselves, not life, not God, not the universe. Affirm, I love and approve of myself. Don't scare yourself. We all want to stop that. Too often we terrorize ourselves with our own thoughts. We can only think one thought at a time. Let's learn to think in positive affirmations. In this way, our thinking will change our lives for the better. If you catch yourself scaring yourself, immediately affirm, I release my need to scare myself. I am a divine, magnificent expression of life, and I am living fully from this moment on. Be committed to the relationship you have with yourself. We get so committed to other relationships, but we sort of toss ourselves away. We get around to ourselves only now and then. So really care for who you are. Be committed to loving yourself. Take care of your heart and soul and affirm, I am my favorite person. Treat yourself as though you are loved. Respect and cherish yourself. As you love yourself, you will be more open to love from others. The law of love requires that you focus your attention on what you do want rather than on what you don't want. Focus on loving you and affirm, I love myself totally in the now. Take care of your body. Your body is a precious temple. If we are going to live a long, fulfilling life, then you want to take care of yourself now. You want to look good and most of all, feel good. Nutrition and exercise are important. You want to keep your body flexible and moving easily until your final day on this wonderful earth. Affirm, I am healthy, happy, and whole. Educate yourself. Too often we complain that we don't know this or that and we don't know what to do. But you're bright and smart and you can learn. There are books and classes and tapes everywhere. If money is a consideration, then use the library. I know I shall be learning until my very last day on this planet. Affirm, I am always learning and growing. Build a financial future for yourself. Every woman has a right to have money of her own. This is a significant belief for us to accept. It is part of our self-worth. We can always start on a small level. The important thing is that we keep saving. Affirmations are important to use here, such as, I am constantly increasing my income. I prosper wherever I turn. Fulfill your creative side. Creativity can be anything that fulfills you. It could be anything from baking a pie to designing a building. Give yourself some time to express yourself. If you have children and time is short, find a friend who will help you take care of your children and vice versa. You both deserve time for yourselves. You're worth it. Affirm, I always find time to be creative. Life always mirrors back to us the feeling we have inside. As your inner sense of love and romance grows, the right person to share in your increasing sense of intimacy will be attracted to you like a magnet. Most importantly, you will not have to give up any part of your own self-intimacy to be with that person. The end of a relationship. The end of an affair is often a very painful time. We go into the I'm not good enough routine and punish ourselves. We think that because the other person no longer wants to be with us, there must be something wrong with us, and we often fall into deep despair. It is not true that there is something wrong with us, though. All relationships are learning experiences. We come together for a period of time. We share energy and experiences for as long as we can. We learn what we can together. Then there comes a time to part. This is normal and natural. Don't cling to an outworn romantic relationship just to avoid the pain of parting. Don't put up with physical or emotional abuse just to be with someone. You will never have a fulfilling life if you cling to old experiences. When we allow ourselves to be treated with disrespect, we are saying, I am not worth loving, so I have to stay here and accept this behavior. I can't bear to be alone with just myself, and I know that I'll never find another relationship. These negative affirmations pull you down. Instead, listen to the signals. When a relationship ends, life is giving you a chance for a new experience. This can be a time for deep gratitude, of acknowledging the good times you had together, and of appreciating all the learning experiences. Then you can release that relationship with love and get on with the next step in your life. This is a time for loving yourself with tenderness and understanding. This is not the end of your world. It's the beginning of a new phase. With love for yourself, this new time of your life can be far more wonderful than what you are just ending. Affirmations for the relationships in your life. I have come here to learn that there is only love. I am discovering how wonderful I am. I choose to love and enjoy myself. As a magnificent creation of a loving God, I am infinitely loved, and I accept this love now. I am open and receptive to a wonderful, loving relationship. By thinking loving, supportive thoughts, I create a loving, supportive relationship. I open my heart to love. It is safe for me to express love. I get along with everyone. Wherever I am, there is joy and laughter. I relate from my heart. People love me and I love people. I am in harmony with life. I always have the perfect partner in my life. I am safe and secure in my love for myself. I am in a harmonious relationship with life.